feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, it feels so good to be back here in the studio with all of you. As you know, I have been on the road, the Spirit Road. It's been like a little mini spirit tour between Lilydale and teaching classes. And then, of course, we had Lisa's wedding and so many exciting things that I get to share with you. But I do want to tell you, we are going to take some callers tonight. So if you want a little mini free reading, give me a call here in the studio at 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. But I just want to share a little bit about this last week. It's incredible. You know, I got to Lilydale and was able to serve spirits. So Lilydale is a spiritualist community, but they open their doors to everyone and anyone who wants to connect with spirit or tune into their gifts. Various modalities are always embraced there at Lilydale. So I had this great honor of delivering messages at what is called the Stump. And it is the middle of a forest. And all of these amazing trees are around, as you can see right there. And this was a Saturday service. And we had over 300 people there. And it's just incredible because Spirit will sit there and give you the information, and then they'll tell you pretty much just who it's for. You'll be able to, out of all these people, you'll be able to go, oh, I feel like this is for you. Do you understand all of this information? And it's remarkable. And there were so many instances where Spirit was so detailed in what they were giving, names or a certain occupation or set of circumstances. And it's super, super fun. Always a privilege and an honor to serve. But that particular service there was really fun. It was a brother that stepped forward and he was talking about a daughter and a tattoo. But what was so interesting is just at the very end, I was hearing like Haley, Healy, something like that. And I says, I'm hearing this name. Do you understand it? And his sister goes, Healy is his last name. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I mean, I know I should know, but I'm still like, you've got to be kidding me. Spirit's just unbelievable. And it really shows us that they are around us and that they are giving us these signs, these symbols, this evidence. So if you have never been there, it is quite the experience. I recommend it. And I got to teach 2 workshops, which were really fun. These poor newbies, they really just hadn't had one of the classes. They hadn't had any experience. And so, I threw them in. I let them try some intuition, some psychic, some mediumship. And they really embraced it and they flourished and they did amazing. And that's just the idea. Is like sometimes it's just you telling yourself you can't do something. And when someone kind of forces you a little bit outside your comfort zone, you'll be so surprised at what can come in and how you can connect. So it was incredible. And then after that, we had the best wedding of all time. Lisa Williams, I couldn't help but do this. She had a photo booth and we had a really fun time with it. And it was, I will tell you guys, this wedding was magical. It was so much fun. They had friends from all over the world, England, Australia, everywhere there was, and we all came together. We all just kind of got along. Like some of us had known each other on Facebook. Some of us were meeting for the first time. I mean, we're laughing, hugging. I mean, it was phenomenal. And there was so much love for Lisa and Chris. And really cool thing, I'll tell you this too, really cool story. So it was supposed to rain that day. It rained in the morning. I am telling you, like what they kept looking at the forecast, right? It was 90% chance of rain at 5 p.m. Her ceremony was at 2 p.m., but it ended up being a little bit after. And we just kept saying, listen, if it just holds off just to the end of that, we're okay. It doesn't matter if it rains after that. They're getting to the end of it. I'm telling you, just at the very end, and you could feel the raindrops coming down. So I sat down. I'm like, okay, hold this space. We're like, psychic mediums activate. And we all just kind of looked at all of the mediums. So it was, you got to know, there's a lot of mediums at least this wedding. We all kind of looked at each other throughout the audience, and we just kind of, you just know this means hold the space, right? So we're all just doing it, and we're all like, hold the space. Do you know, I am no joke, those raindrops held off till the ceremony was done. We walked back, they took their photos, and then it downpoured. So it was like so cool. It was magical. It was cool. It's just so many beautiful components. A lot of love there. She had singers, and she had Denise Lim facilitated, and it was beautiful energy, beautiful space. You met so many beautiful people there. A lot of fun, a lot of drinking. I caught the bouquet. We had a dance. I don't have the picture of the dance. That's probably a good thing. The garter dance, but it was really, really fun. I couldn't believe it. Now, I will admit this. I do have to admit this. I kind of said, I'm catching that bouquet. I don't even know why I said it, but it was like the day before, and I was like, that's it. I'm catching it. Nobody get in my way. And sure, like I was a little aggressive, but I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't technically touch anyone to get the bouquet. So, but you never know. So there we go. I do have some events coming up that I want to talk about and share with you. But again, if you want a reading, give us a call here in the studio. 323-992-3115. And, if you've gotten through in the last week or two, then, please make room on those call lines for someone who hasn't gotten through. Last week I had Celeste Elliott. It was amazing. It was, sometimes it's hard when you're on the road to have a good Wi-Fi signal, but we made it work. And I loved working with Celeste. I loved doing the show with her. She's just so amazing and talented that it's always always relaxed too. You can always, like, when you do this work and you're working with another medium, and they are like truly of love and light and truly of that vibration, you can feel them just giving it to you as you work. And you'll see that with people. You'll see a natural flow. You'll see that natural energy. That's because there's an underlying power surge of love going between the two people. So anyhow, we had a lot of fun. So in LA, this Sunday is our Sunday Spirit service. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, please grab it. It's going to be a great service. We have Damona Hoffman, and she is going to be our speaker there. We have Susan Schuller, who's actually going to be the guest host for me. She's going to be leading that service. And we have Kelly Brickle, and we have Karen Anderson. They're going to be delivering messages. So we have a beautiful lineup here. It's going to be great. Damona's going to talk about manifesting love, calling it in, what you can do. How do you get in your own way, right? What are you doing to get in your own way? So there you go. And then in September, I have the Spirit Development Circle. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's filling up very quickly, but it is on Tuesday night. So if you want to develop and hone your gifts, it is in person, this particular circle. Got to come out and join me. But if you are not in the LA area and you want some private mentoring, I've got one spot left, and that starts in October, but it's 4 sessions. We do it through Skype and Zoom. It's private, just you and me, and there's only one spot left. People just love this because whatever level you are at or you want to get to, that's where I'll work with you, right? We kind of work one-on-one. What do you want? What do you need? And you get homework. So it's very personalized mentoring for you. And then I am doing the 2-day platform. So that's going to be a little later in October. But if you just want to get past the fear of standing up in front of people, if you feel like you want to deliver messages to groups or audiences, you really want to hone your technique, this 2-day platform is really a wonderful workshop to help you work through all of those idiosyncrasies, quirks, dealing with the information, getting the no's, turning them into yeses, kind of wiggling through all of that. And then last but not least, the last little one here, I've had a few people ask me to do a beginner's class, so I am doing that October 26th. I was so surprised to see a little break in my schedule. I was like, I have no weekends free, not with football here. But October 26th, there's no college football for me that day. So there you go. You can join me in LA for Psychic Senses. It's based off of my new book, Psychic Senses. Also, I want to thank all of you who are leaving reviews. If you haven't left a review, please do. Please hop on Amazon and give me a little shout out. It means the world to me. I mean, like, if anything can help me, that is it. And it's free for you to do that. And it's a lot of work, hours, and dedication to writing a book. And trust me, it's not like you make a ton of money from it. So it is a gift of love to you. And then that gift of love returned is that Amazon review. It just kind of helps. So I would appreciate it if you can. There are so many callers. We better get through. So here's the deal with the callers, okay? If you listen to your area code. We always have a little bit of a delay, so you just have to know I'm telling you now, okay? If you are waiting on the call line, you have to know you have a chance to get through. So make sure everything is muted. You have everything quiet. You're putting everything away. Don't unpack the groceries right now. It's not the time to do that. Get all those kids, dogs, all of that quiet. We want to create a really great experience for all the listeners tuning in. Have your question ready. What is your question? What area is it in? What do you want to know? If you want to connect to that loved one, let me know who it is for you so we can dive in and get right there. There's no sense in telling me I want to connect to any loved one when really you want to hear from your mom. Just be straight up and honest about it, because I'm going to connect to who's there, and they may have a different message for you. So let's just kind of be direct and to the point, and we're all going to have an amazing time. Like I said, so happy to be back here in the studio. Woohoo! All right, so let us start with our first caller. How about area code 503? Hey, 503, you are on the air with Colby. Who is this?
Hi, it's Pat.
Hi, is it Pat or Kat?
Yes, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
I have a question.
Okay.
And I don't want to take up a bunch of time of yours, but I want to know once and for all: is my marriage to my ex-husband going to be restored?
Oh, what's interesting. Well, he still cares about you. You know that, right? He still has a deep love for you. So that makes sense to you, right, Pat?
It does.
Okay. And what's happening is I feel like he has been reaching out, but I also feel like there's a lot of hurt and pain that we haven't quite resolved. So it's kind of holding you two apart. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. He shows me a rose, so I feel like he's extending that love to you. So I think, Pat, this ball's a little bit more in your court than anything. And so I feel like allow yourselves, it's so funny because you two, when you first got together, it was magnetic, spectacular, fireworks. Then over the years, I think it was little things that got in the way, and you were kind of young to it. So you said, forget it. We're not doing this. Got divorced. But it's kind of like your soulmates. It's so weird because normally I'd be like, oh, forget it, girl. Put a fork in it. But not with you two. I almost feel like, I'm telling you, Pat, I feel like both of you have looked at this like that was the biggest mistake of our lives, getting separated. Does that make sense?
does, and it was.
Yeah. So I do know that it's there. And I also, what's really great about it, you two are less stubborn now. Because you were real feisty, Pat, when you were younger.
A little bit.
You were a little firecracker. And so I feel like you're a little more compromising, and so is he. And so I do feel like there's a huge opportunity. But, it's not going to be a big wedding. I think you two are going to whisk yourselves off to, like, Vegas or something. Like, I think it's going to be quick. It's almost like you're going to be two teenagers again, whisking off, getting it done. And I absolutely feel like this is absolutely in the cards for you. I really do, Pat. I just think you got to know that it can work this time. I think that's something you have to tell yourself, that we can make it work this time. And you absolutely can. You two just need to be committed to it.
Well, we have to. He's got another wife in the way at the moment.
No,
hopefully.
I don't want to. I think it's, I don't want to. I just feel like we know where his heart is, and he knows where the heart is. So I wouldn't worry about that. Just be patient with this, and it may take a few years, but don't you worry. I do believe it's going to happen. No ill wishes to his wife. It's just that I think they already know that he's confessed his love to you. So I don't think it's any surprise here.
And our ancestors keep telling me that.
Yeah, well, there you go. You have to believe it, but, it will unfold the way it's supposed to. So don't obsess over it. Don't put pressure on it. Just kind of trust and surrender to the process.
I am.
Okay.
I am. I just needed to hear it from you.
Okay, well, there
Thank
you go. You're welcome. Lots of love to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It was I could definitely feel there was another woman, but again, sometimes when we feel like that true love is no longer there for us, we find a way to open our hearts to kind of bring someone else in. But I just feel like that's not going to be a forever. But thank goodness she didn't call me. More awkward conversation. All right, here we go. How about number 10661? Hey, 661, you are on the air.
Hi, Colby. How are you?
I'm good. Who is this?
This is Susan. It's been a while since I've talked to you.
Oh, good, Susan. Why do you sound like you're talking through a can?
I don't know. Maybe it's my speakerphone. Let me take it off the speaker.
Well, yes, we're supposed to take it off a speakerphone.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear the show. I could just hear music.
Oh, okay. All right. He'll fix that. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I'm kind of in just a funk, and I just want to see what you might see coming up. I just everything just seems to be
I'll tell you
falling apart.
Well, what I kind of feel like, though, is that things are feeling really frustrated, almost like I almost feel like you're really frustrated too. Does that make sense around maybe these things kind of not working out the way they're supposed to? Because I keep getting a sense too. It almost feels like there's something around work as well, like a frustration in the work arena as well. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Did you just get laid
My
off?
whole entire life, the full circle.
Okay, did you just get laid off, or was there a break in work?
No, but I'm thinking about maybe leaving.
Okay. I want to be honest here. I don't feel like this work situation is going to improve. It's not just them. I mean, which it is kind of them. They're kind of toxic. But other than that,
that is true.
Side note, I honestly feel like you're super bored with it. You're just tired of what you're doing. Like, I feel like you don't even want to do that with this kind of work with them. Does that make sense? And in other ways too, I think you're undervaluing yourself with them. Like, I feel like you need a little more creative control in the next position. Okay. where you need a little more say into what's going on with it. Now, you're definitely in some sort of professional environment. Is that right? Because I'm seeing like a bunch of professionals all fighting to be top dog.
Well, not really. I actually run a food pantry.
Are you dealing with a lot of, to me, I'm feeling a lot of ego with the people you're around. Does that make sense?
It could be board directors and
like
donors.
they're just not giving you creative control. Like I feel like you have some ideas and they're not letting you play them out. They're not letting you like, no, this is how we do it. This is what we're doing. It feels stale, no pun intended, but it feels very stale. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, definitely.
I like the idea of you doing something for a charity or working for a charity, but I believe it needs to be something where you're executing more of your ideas, maybe event management, like you're helping create events, more something like that, I think would be more interesting for you. Yeah, and I also feel like you're breaking away with friendships or relationships. Like they feel a little funky at the moment. It's almost like you're in your little mini Mercury retrograde.
You know what? That's exactly what it feels like, and it sort of feels like it came out of nowhere. Like things were going fine, and then bam.
Yeah, but there is some issues with communication with some friends or relatives. Is that right?
No, in my relationship right now.
Yeah, okay, because I'm feeling that, because I said relationship or family, right? So it makes me feel like there's a little bit of stress here, a little bit of struggle. You're just kind of not on the same page at the moment. Now, here's one thing is I think it's really important to hear your partner out. I do. I think it's important. I know you're frustrated, but I also feel like they're not feeling heard. And I think we just got to kind of, and I think it's just, we don't want it to escalate further when it doesn't need to. And I feel like just some kind of talking it out would kind of help it a little bit better. I think there's a lot more transition coming, though. I believe you're going to have a different job. Things just don't feel stable. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I honestly feel like they're starting to shift things for you so that you can take bigger chances. I would really like to encourage you to look for a role where it's either project management, maybe even with a charity where you're helping with events, something that allows you to flex your creative muscles a bit more, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, don't let that, again, I'm just telling you, I just pick up some agitation within your system. I think whatever you do, just kind of know there's your partner can feel that. So whether it's directed at them or not is irrelevant. So I think just be clear with your words, like if you are frustrated, why you're frustrated. Hey, this is about work. No, I'm not happy in the workplace.
Yeah, we're not even talking right now.
Yeah, do you see? And that's just going to make it worse.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not my choice. So.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter. I think they're moving you too. She's gonna hate me. Well, listen, you're gonna get a new job, new relationship, and you're moving. But I think they're uprooting you. I do. I feel like there's going to be a shift here. I think that relationship is going to work itself out. I think just try to open up those lines of communication.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Yeah, take it one thing at a time. So much, take it one thing at a time. Don't let it overwhelm you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good night.
You too. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So... yeah, that's weird. We're not even in a Mercury. We're probably heading towards something, though. We all know how that goes. How about, let's do 714. There we go. Okay, 714, you are on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Colby.
Hi, who is this?
This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What can I do for you tonight?
I just wanted some insight. I just got a job offer.
Oh, okay. I gotta tell you, when I tuned into this job offer, it actually felt exciting, okay? It felt good, all right? I don't know why you're hesitating over it, but I almost see you hitting the brakes, but I feel like this is a good opportunity. So can I ask why you're not 100% confident in this? It feels good. Michelle? Is it just that you're stretching you outside your comfort zone? Is it that you're doing a little something? Because I feel like you're going to be doing something a little different that maybe you're not quite used to, but it actually feels like it opens doors up into a whole different direction, which feels very promising.
Yes, that's correct. I'm going to have to move.
Yeah.
I'm in Southern
Are you
California,
going
and
to
I'll have to
Northern?
move
Are you
to
going to like
Northern
San
California.
Fran?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to like San Francisco or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yes.
Yeah, but this feels good. And you're single, right?
No. Actually, my husband is there already.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
because I felt you alone, so that makes sense. Okay, I got it. This feels really good. Stop dragging your feet on this. I know you're worried about the change and all of that, but this feels very promising.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just really nervous.
No.
But I think,
Let me just tell you. No, let me just also tell you. I know. Okay, I feel like you don't pull your ego into this. Like, oh, he's right. Like, oh, he wanted us to be up here. He's right. Like, let that part go, okay? Because I kind of feel like that's playing into it. Let that part go and let yourself enjoy this. I keep seeing babies coming too. Are you looking to get pregnant?
Oh, not yet.
Okay. Well, then you better take care of yourself.
All right.
Yeah, I'm feeling babies. And when I feel a baby, that's usually within the year, sweetheart.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait a couple years, but okay.
Well, then you have to take more precaution. I'm laughing because she's like, open season. I can feel it. You're totally open season. And you're like, well, I was expecting. No, honey. No. I don't want to get too graphic, but yeah, no. All right, so.
All right, Colby.
This feels really good. I want you to, I think you're really going to enjoy this. I feel like you're able to have a life up there that is actually going to feel very family oriented. I actually really do. I think this is going to be a good move for you, okay?
All right. Thank you, Colby.
I think within the next year we're going to be pregnant. And when I say we, I don't mean me. Yeah.
Thanks, Colby.
You're welcome. Enjoy this, okay?
Okay.
And just let
All
him,
right.
just
Thank
let
you.
him know he was right. Just say you're right, honey. It's okay. Just give him to him.
All right.
All right. I'll
Thank
talk
you
to
so
you
much.
later. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So we're marking the date within 1 year. I think she's going to be pregnant. Ha I felt baby around her. I felt baby girl. Okay. How about we do 801? I don't know where that is, but let's try it. Hey, 801, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hi.
Hi.
This is Noelle.
Noelle?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you tonight?
I was hoping you could connect with my dad and maybe give me some direction going forward.
Yes. So let me kind of get this feeling. Dad to me feels like, honestly, he feels like a solid man, strong. Like he's strong. He's not overbearing. I don't get the sense that he's overbearing, but he's solid. Does that make sense? Like he's strong.
Yeah.
Okay. And I get the sense from him, he's super logical, your dad. Like, he's
we got logic around for sure.
Okay, because he's so reasonable. Like, the hardest part about your dad is if you ever got into an argument with him, because he really, like, that was going to be I would not want to get into an argument with him because he's so knowledgeable, he's so reasonable, and he has a way of saying it that you go, gosh, Dad, you're right. And I'll tell you, he gives me the feeling where it really is not sweating the small stuff. Like, I really feel like for him, it was about, fight the battles that are important and show up. But the small stuff, don't kill yourself over it. Do you know what I'm saying? He gives me a sense too. I don't know. This is kind of weird. I saw a pocket, he's got a shirt with a pocket in it. And I don't know if this guy just happened to always tend to have a pen on him or always wanting to write things out. But he gives me a feeling of really being able to express himself. Okay. And I do feel like, in what area is it that you're wanting the direction? I mean, listen, they're going to tell you what to do, but it's no different than them being alive, right? It's not really divine guidance. That's really that higher self or your guides. But your dad is really kind of, honestly, Noelle, what I keep hearing is that it's almost like you're playing it safe. And I get it. He keeps saying she's playing it safe and she's too afraid to leave the situation. So I kind of keep feeling like there's something about pushing yourself outside that where your comfort zone is. Okay. So can you ask me, can you just tell me, is it that you're struggling with relationship or is it more in that career field?
I would definitely say more career. I'm not in a relationship, so.
Okay. I can understand why he's bringing that in. I just feel like with the career part, I do feel like you've been considering leaving or kind of expanding into something different, right? But gosh, you're really in a way meant to be an entrepreneur. What is it you do, Noelle? And also he keeps saying for you to help people. Well, there you go. Let's just narrow that down. Let Dad tell you what to do.
I'm happy to do it. I just need some direction on how that looks. I currently am not working in my field. So I'm trying to decide if I need to move or what I need to do to kind of get on track.
Okay. And did you happen to do anything with helping people, therapy, anything, consulting, anything like that? Maybe that's where the trouble is. What's your training in?
Financial, financial stuff.
Yeah. See, I think well, listen, it's up to you, but I think that's where your struggle is, Like, I feel like, again, that's playing it safe, and that's the logical side. And again, but I also feel like Dad is just saying, listen, life is too short for you to keep playing it safe this way. Maybe more about helping people financially plan or helping people figure out how they can buy that house, or like it needs to be more you working with people. Because he says you're really good with people, Noelle. He's like, oh, look at her. She's so good and you're so kind and you're so compassionate. So I think it's about, even if it's with a bank, but finding a way of in a role that allows you to help people more directly, not like on the back end of doing private accounting. Like, that's just not it. Now, there is a sense of move and change. I don't know what it is too, but he definitely, Dad is going to be playing matchmaker. Okay. So there is, so there is a sense where he's helping you. Like, I feel like I feel like, I don't think it's been that long since he passed. Has it just been in the last couple years?
We're going up on 5.
Because it makes me feel like, honestly, I feel like there's been a little bit of stuck even since he passed. Like, I know you would hang out and talk to him all the time and he would help give you advice. I think not having that, you've had a hard time. I mean, plus you're grieving, but I think you've had a hard time making your own decisions. You're not trusting yourself, he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's just telling you got to trust yourself. But I keep feeling like this is about putting yourself out there. It's almost like that other caller. I see you moving, getting a new job and a relationship.
Okay. So I need to be looking to move is what you're saying.
I think you have to, I feel like what I want you to do is, the first thing is looking for the job, but I think you have to expand the geographic area. Be open to wherever that job leads you. Because I do feel like there's a sense of getting you in an area that's a little more active, a little more fun, again, a little more social, a little more creative. And I feel like that's going to be the key for you. It's almost like you're a little secluded. Are you just in a secluded area, or what area are you in?
I'm in a very sheltered area.
See? Yeah. So he's saying, your dad is giving you a push.
Okay.
And I think it's okay to listen to him. One last thing, too. He keeps, you're holding on to something of his. Are you literally holding something of his in this moment, or is it that something you keep grabbing of his when you're talking to him?
Not that I can think of. Did he say what it is?
Yeah, I feel like he wears a charm. Do you have a charm of his, or a saint necklace or something like that? I had a saint earlier today. That's really weird. Because he keeps giving me a sense of you holding something while you're talking to him. And I feel like obviously you're holding it in your hand.
I have a few things of his. They're not really small-ish, so I can't really pick up on what it is.
Well, I feel like you put it in your hand. So it's whatever you hold, and when you're talking to him. That's what he keeps showing me. Okay? So anyhow, he's letting me know that you're talking to him, but he's also saying like I just want you to kind of clear your head a bit, because I think you're not getting the messages from him because you're too stressed out. Yeah. It's like you're really
That's
stressed.
why I asked. I know he's trying to tell me something and I just can't get it.
Yeah, I think it's about, you got to break free. You got to kind of get outside. I think you got to get out of Dodge here, honey. But the job is what's going to help you get out of Dodge. And it might even, it might be with a bank or a financial institution, but it is definitely more dealing with the public, more interactively, okay? So look for those kind of positions, and I think that that's what's going to help, and that's going to help build and boost your self-confidence, okay?
Okay.
All right. You have a good night, sweetheart.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That one's really tough because I know she's missing her dad. I can feel it. I can feel like, even though it's been 5 years, it's her dad was her best friend, so it's very difficult for her. Okay, how about we do 330? Here we go. Okay, 330, you are on the air. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. It's Mary.
Hey, Mary. How you doing?
Wonderful. I wanted to know what you saw for my career.
Okay, Mary. Well, it's weird. I saw what's that called? I'm looking a pyramid, a top. So I think you either took a break or hit the climax of one, and I get a lot of different directions today. So you hit the top, or the epitome of the last career, and now we're moving into something new. So I do feel a change is coming in for you, but I also feel like you're ready for this change. Like I feel like you've been saying, "What am I going to do? How am I going to do this?" Because I keep seeing that change come in. Does that make sense to you? Like you're really ready for this?
Not sure yet. Hopefully.
You understand wanting to change, right, Mary?
Yes, I want to change.
Thank you. You also understand that you feel like you hit the ropes with where you were. Like it's non-fulfilling. Done. Are you just not working right now, or is the door closed? Because I see a door closed, so that it almost makes me feel like whatever you were doing is in the past.
No, it's kind of been continuous. It's just slowly moving on.
Okay.
So nothing has really changed. I'm just slowly moving forward.
It makes me feel like this is definitely going to end. I think this is going to end in the next few months. Okay. I mean, I think by the end of the year, you're going to be into something else. Okay. And really, it's about embracing that and kind of putting yourself out there to call it in. I think there's a part of you waiting for this to happen where I think you have to be a little more proactive about calling it in, because I see this change, being very exciting. I think you're working more, but it's more exciting for you, so you don't mind it, okay? Because it does feel fun, and it feels more challenging, but I also feel like it's moving outside of the genre that you were in, okay? And I do feel like this is a position where what's going to happen is I think you're really going to enjoy this and you're going to like this change. Like I said, it is more, but I feel like because you enjoy it, you're happier. Like your outside life is happier, because in this current job, I almost feel like you've either been real tired or unmotivated. Does that make sense?
Yes, it could.
Okay. So, and I feel like are your feet hurting you, Mary? Do you have trouble with your legs or
I
your
haven't
feet?
noticed anything yet.
Oh, okay. You don't have trouble with your feet at all?
No.
Huh. All right. Well, maybe that's something coming in. We will send love that it's nothing too crazy, okay? But I'm seeing okay. I don't want to, it is what it is, but I saw pain with your feet or pain with a foot. So just be careful. Okay. Side note, right? Also, what I do feel like is, I do see a sense of getting out from under other people. All right. So I feel like it's about finding something where you can be more self-sufficient, where you don't have to answer to a ton of people. I think it's finding something where you can just answer to yourself and be a little bit more, not so micromanaged. Okay. Hello?
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. There you go, Mary.
Yes, that makes sense.
All right. Well, lots of love to you. You're going to do this. I do see this in the next couple months, this new change coming in. And I want you to really embrace it, but be a little more proactive about those steps. You're running it a little slow and you don't need to, okay?
All right. Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Lots of love, Mary.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, how about let's do 207? We have a lot of callers tonight. Let's do this. 207, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. It's Cathy.
Hi, Cathy. How you doing?
I'm getting there.
Okay, all right. What can I do for you tonight?
Is there anybody that is with me right now?
There's a lot of people with you. There's a lot of people with you. I will tell you first and foremost, there's a male around you. He doesn't feel very old when he passes, Cathy. I get the sense, I don't know if he's in his 50s or 60s, but it's a man like who had a lot of energy, and then it's almost like he's gone before his time. Do you understand what I mean? Because he doesn't feel very old to me.
Yes, I do.
And he makes me feel like this guy kept you on your toes. I think he had a huge sense of humor. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He could even be. Do you know? I think he could be a little raunchy, or I don't know if it's naughty sense of humor. But I get a little naughty sense of humor too. I think he could be very flirty. Maybe not flirty with you, but he's flirty in nature. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He gives me. Do you happen to know if he was attracted to other men? Is that right? Or was he just flamboyant in his personality? Because I'm seeing someone so kind of energetic.
Yes. No, he wasn't attracted to other men, but yes, I could see where you're coming from.
But you can see why I get the flamboyancy or very animated, very animated. I think he had friends he may have even had friends that were gay, because he makes me feel so warm and loving of everyone around him. And I think he would have liked shows. I think he would have liked I Love Lucy or big animated shows, or dancing, right?
Absolutely.
Well, what's he talking about? That famous dancing couple. So I know I'm going back in time with him. You're
spot on.
Okay. He gives me the sense too. I believe that there may be cancer connected to him or something that deteriorates.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now he's showing me his lungs, so I'm not sure if it was actual lung cancer or if he was a smoker, or maybe he's just wagging his finger at you, Cathy.
He's wagging, yes.
Cathy.
Yes.
Because I feel like, you know what's weird? This is going to sound so strange. I believe you were looking in a mirror. That's not the strange part here. But you heard him talk to you. You're looking in a mirror and you almost heard his voice, but you were looking in the mirror. It was kind of a freaky moment. Do you understand that? Because he's trying to tell me he's trying to get to you all around, right? And I think it's about loving yourself and owning yourself. And he gives me, and I don't know if there's I heard two names also. I don't know if they're necessarily him, but is there a Michael and a Joe and even a Tony? Do you know those names connected in your life somewhere? I don't. Yeah.
Tony is my brother-in-law.
Okay, got it. Okay.
As far as the other two, I'm sure it'll come to me.
Okay, yeah. There's definitely makes me feel like there's a Michael, or again a Mark or a Michael, and it feels like it's a middle. I almost feel like it's a middle name. But he keeps telling you.
Now, my brother Mark.
Oh.
I have a brother Mark.
Okay, there you go. So he's letting me know. I do feel like you're extending yourself a little much for the people around you. You're trying to be there, trying to show that support. But I do feel like this friend of yours, he gives me this feeling of telling you, you got to kind of conserve it a little bit to make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay?
Right.
There's definitely, again, make sure you're keeping an eye on your health, sweetheart. I think sometimes you go in ups and downs. Like sometimes you'll be really good and then you hit rock bottom with it. I feel like he wants you to be a little more consistent. Yeah, he wants you to be a little more consistent about your own health. And then one other, I believe you have a cat in spirit as well. Is that correct? You would understand a cat?
Not really a cat, but I have my bunnies.
No, I will tell you, there is a black cat that is connected to you in the spirit world. And I feel like this, so think of someone that you've been taking care of, and if they have a black cat, there's a black cat, and I know it's connected to someone, either you or someone right around you, because you're the messenger for this cat.
I have been rescuing kitties. Somebody they've let their kitties take off.
There you go.
They want, and a black cat got run over 2 days ago.
Oh, well, see, all right. Well, there you go. The black cat is just letting everyone know. I believe that the black cat is trying to appreciate who is trying to help it, but also saying it's okay. All right? So I would love to talk more, but now I gotta go. The show is over. Cathy, I want to wish you lots of love, honey. Take care of yourself. Lots of love from this guy. But he's like, I feel like he just wants you to get out there and take care of yourself and kind of be a little bit more about you. All right? So I'll leave that with you, honey.
You hit everything right top.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, baby doll. You have a good night.
Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. That is the end of our show. A lot of psychic readings tonight. A lot of people, it's just what happens. You can tell a lot of people are needing that clarity. But again, a lot of the decisions, nothing it really is going to fall into your lap. You have to put that energy out. And then once you put that energy out, you got to give it some time to manifest. Like you can't just quit on it. It takes time for the universe to feel that energy, the boomerang it back to you. So don't give up. Don't forfeit. Don't throw in the towel so easily. Okay? All right. Lots of love to everybody. It's been great. I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.